Okay, hello, boys, girls, and other, and welcome to an episode of, I always, fuck up the opening. My name is Rox. Hi, hello. We aren't joined by Eli today, but this is a Rox Reviews, where I review movies, and today I'm joined with Cait. Say hi, Cait.
Good day.
Today we are reviewing the best film. It's called, Rubber. As we were watching Rubber, my analysis...
Yeah, you were struck by its significance.
So what was the beginning of the film?
Starts with the car
Yeah.
crashing into all the chairs.
Oh, yeah. When the car, arrives and it starts hitting all of the chairs and everything, then isn't that a symbol of destruction? What I've written here, oh my god, it's literally one whole paragraph. So, I know that the film is saying that there's no reason, but in my opinion, I read it on a deeper level, because I'm just an extra bitch.
So when it's literally telling you there's no reason.
I think there's reason. There's always a reason that a movie is telling the story it is, and why the characters are doing the thing that they do.
So you're telling me the reason is that there isn't a reason?
No, the reason is that they want to make the audience as unfamiliar with something as possible, and that's through the film Rubber. So when there's no reason, then something lacks structure. Would you say that the film itself lacked structure?
Yes.
I think it followed a pretty linear storyline.
I mean, it was about a tyre.
No!
A psychopathic tyre.
No, but
Kill things with mind.
But it's the fact that, oh yeah, these spectators are just watching this guy's like Truman Show. You know the two guys, the police officer and the guy in the suit? So I wrote here, these two dudes are the providers. They have the task of constructing the world which the narrative takes place. They've constructed reality solely for the spectators, and it's to satisfy their needs. Because of the spectators, the providers have become trapped. So it's actually not what was his name? Robert. It wasn't Robert who was the villain for this story. It was actually the spectators.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Including
us.
He got
yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
He ripped off his
I thought you were gonna say he's ripped off his face like Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god.
The narrative ended when there were no more spectators.
But we were still watching. So when at the very, very end, when he was giving his no reason speech again.
Yeah.
But there was no one behind the rope but
us. Oh. Oh, we had a little Jordan Peele moment. In a way, the providers are their god. I mean, I know, it's a bit too extra, it's a movie about a psychopathic tyre, but these poor providers, they're stuck in a loop.
when he succumbed to the turkey.
If you're stuck in a loop, the only way to get out of that loop is to die. He eventually became the thing that he was providing for.
He became a consumer.
Yes. My theory was that when there's no more spectators, they'll be liberated to do what they want, the actual providers. So the last spectator, by him still being a spectator, he's not giving those two freedom. I mean, I guess you could also bring time travel into this, because I was saying...
What?
Yeah, no, because I was saying there's loops. It's just looping, isn't
it? So you
it?
think they're stuck in a Groundhog Day situation?
Yeah!
Well, how did they know Robert was going to come to life?
The ending is the beginning.
You're telling me Robert's gone off to Hollywood to write his own story?
No! The sheriff, he's saying, oh yeah, what's gonna happen? Because he knows. He knows what's gonna happen in advance. That's why it, shows Robert when he's still just a tyre. Or the sheriff willed it to come to life.
The sheriff has the power in the situation.
I think
not
that
Robert.
I think the sheriff brought it to life to appease the audience.
So he chose a story where there would be so much death and destruction because he thought that was the one thing that
That's what sells, isn't it, in Hollywood these
blood.
days? We all want to watch that kind of thing. Well, most of us.
Speak for yourself.
But yeah, it's the idea that everything in that film was fake, and it was done for a reason, even though he says it wasn't done for a reason. So it's a little reverse psychology thing, I think. But do you really just think, oh, it's a film about a tyre?
I think they had a fun few days.
They're just putting on an act to appease the spectators, though. That's what's weird.
That's what's weird.
The
whole film.
No! I'm sure there's a tyre. If there's no reason, then why are you going to such lengths?
So what about the spectators that died? Would they be because they're just replaced by
We're
us?
the spectators, yeah.
So we're next.
Yeah. You're next.
Good job, I'm a pescatarian.
Robert is a metaphor of men. I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying that there is an image of men portrayed in some movies where they're perverted. Scopophilic means the idea of taking pleasure in watching.
Like when he was watching The French girl.
Yeah, the French girl in the shower. Robert is us in a way. Because we're taking pleasure, we're entertained, we're just watching. The reason why he went on a killing spree was because he was scared.
Do you think so?
I think so. He didn't ask for this, okay? He's just misunderstood.
But why was his first impulse to kill?
Because that's just human instinct. So it's the idea that, you know how a baby cries? It's because it's scared, it doesn't understand what's happening around it. Because of it, a baby might kick, scratch and scream. That's the idea. I think it's called the combative mindset, where like you access your aggression to avoid being hurt. I think that's what Robert was feeling. I think he was just a scared little tire who didn't understand anything that was going on, and he found that the only way to just live was to kill.
I just thought he was a psychopathic piece of rubber.
But wait, can he even have a conscience?
No.
But
I think
isn't
he was just having a fun time.
But does instinct come from conscience?
He killed the humans for revenge. Before that,
Yeah.
he was just killing whatever he came across.
Because he
The
was scared.
scorpion.
He's like a newborn. It's just the idea of seeing a group of tires being burnt alive. They're, I was gonna say people, but they're not even people. They're,
So do you think it was anger he felt, or
That
fear?
point.
Fear that he could be next?
that point, it was anger. So at first, he was destroying out of fear. But then when he sees what he saw, it's out of vengeance.
Why was she taking a shower with the door open?
Maybe he was a pubescent boy at that age. God, what is this video? All of the spectators are dead. They're free from the loop. The sheriff wants to be in this loop, I think, because it's the only thing he's ever known. So anything is possible. And what
They're his family or his army?
his army, family, like whatever they are, they are going to Hollywood to destroy capitalist corporations.
How does capitalism come in?
Because it's the idea of consuming. I think he is one of the finest ideas of character development. There was a scene where he had a mirror. I think at that point he actually registered what he is. Watching that film was a fever dream. The spectators and the food, they were driven to desperation by the lack of food. The reason why they were like so crazy, like they fell on the turkey, they were like animals. They needed something to consume in the actual and metaphorical sense, because without something to consume,
They were just standing in the desert.
so I think what the turkey symbolizes is mindless consumption, and then when they get the stomach ache, that's the effect it has on the person. So I think it's trying to say stop mindlessly consuming media, start thinking deeper. So I think there's a moral message that it's saying,
Treat tires with
honestly,
respect.
no, that too, but it's the idea that we're so invested in the lives of others through mindless consumption. So like Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, through this mindless consumption, we forget to take care of ourselves and others. Yeah, they just want to watch it for the sake of following trends. When that ending occurred, the original ending where it was like the mannequin and it was like, hey, Robert, I'll fuck you up, like, yeah, blow me up. Like, what was that scene? That ending is like symbolic of us as an audience when we watch something like Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4, okay? So it's like, this spectator is me in the sense that I'm not satisfied with the ending of Toy Story 4. Change it, do something different. I think that was what that spectator symbolized, because he was saying, no, you can't do that, do something. So he wanted an ending. He wanted a proper ending.
Is that not the most proper ending of all? Death.
Christ. So Robert blew him up because he caught on to the fact that there's structure. Robert was like, no, screw formula.
Chaos.
He killed the spectator, creating a world in which there was no structure, so he could go off with his army. I don't know what this video was.
Did they ever mention his name in the film?
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Did he name himself? Did we name him?
Did we ever hear his name? Alright, bye.